The tender adjudication module is an extremely useful module for allocating adjustments and checking final items before completing the estimate itself. To access the tender adjudication, left-click on the Analyse the Job menu. From here, you can select Tender Adjudication to open the tender adjudication screen. The tender adjudication screen itself is split up into 4 sections. The top section is the measured work items that consists of the measured work details, the estimate cost, the percentage of the tender that those items consist of, an adjustments column where adjustments can be added either by a percentage or by a value by simply highlighting the column, typing in the percentage or value and pressing enter or return. Here you can also add a trade discount percentage or value by highlighting the column, typing in the percentage and pressing return, or typing in a value. The trading discount itself is not automatically included in the estimate total, but is shown in the contribution section along the bottom. If you would like to include the trading discount in the actual tender itself, select the Include T-Disc in Rates tick box so that the trading discounts are applied to the measured work items. The next element is the other item costs. These consist of nominated subcontractors, suppliers, other PC items, along with provisional sums and day work items. Adding a percentage or value within the assessed recovery will not alter the estimate total, but it will show up in the contributions. Along the bottom, you have the recovery elements. These include resource adjustments that were made within the top section of the tender adjudication, PC sum profit items, item-based adjustments, and you have 2 categories for global profit and global adjustment. Entering a percentage in here will have an effect on the tender total, or a value can be added in the value column and pressing enter or return. Along the right hand side there's an estimate area that it can be added for the estimate to give you a cost per metre squared along with a bid per metre squared. You can also double click on the labour plant material resources to open up the reprice resources screen and make final adjustments to resources or substitutions to resources themselves. It's worth noting on the domestic subcontractors that if you have priced up other item costs with domestic subcontract costs, the rate here may not be the same as the rate when you double click on this element, as this element shows all subcontract rates, whereas the previous screen gives you a summary of the estimate costs within the measured work items and the other item costs. On the right hand side there's an option to select unpriced items, zero resources and incomplete dimensions. When you click on these, it'll open up a unpriced item screen where you can make final adjustments here, and you can even enter in the quantities to give you the total value. When you close that screen, it will remove the item and it will update the estimate. There's also an option for zero value resources, and again within here you can make final adjustments rather than having to search through the estimate for them by entering and completing the rate build-up screen. With the item-based adjustments, bear in mind that item-based adjustments are made within the bill of quantity items, and making an adjustment here will make an adjustment globally over all items. To make an item-based adjustment, you can go to the bill of quantities and you can manually overtype a rate that has a build-up within the background. When you've overtyped the rate, you'll have a message appear that says that an item-based adjustment will be made. Selecting OK on that will make the item-based adjustment. The adjustments themselves can be seen by double-clicking on the description and selecting adjustments. The tender adjudication can also be updated and zeroed. You can also set main contractor discounts through this option. You have an adjustment calculator, global adjustments options, subcontract summaries and material inquiry summaries. You're also able to print the tender adjudication that can be printed or saved to PDF, Excel or CSV files. And from in here you can also print the bill of quantities and set these up to include quantity, rate, unit and value columns, and you can adjust the title text for that.